Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm going to do your May reading, and I think I'm even on time for this one. I'm often late, but we got this in the first week of May. Amazing, right? Okay, so happy Beltane to you all. I hope you had the most lovely celebration. I know I did. I spent some time in the forest with some people who I love. So, yeah, I'm going to do your tarot reading, and I decided to do the Deviant Moon tarot deck. I really like working with this deck. It's lots of fun. I do have a review on this deck, so I will put a clicker thing up in the corner for you if you want to go look at that. So in this booklet that comes with this deck, they have a lunatic spread. I was going to do that, but because it's like 10 cards and that's a lot, and that would be like a whole reading with a client. But for you, what I thought I'd do is I'd condense it down and just do 5 cards. Okay, so we're going to do a significator card, and then we're going to do subconscious thoughts, subconscious influences, your environment, spiritual forces, and then an outcome. Okay, so I'm going to shuffle, and I'll meet you back here with your cards. Okay, ready to go? Now, these are really cool cards. They do bring up a lot of shadow elements, which I think is fun to deal with and talk with. Okay, so this is your significator card, and it is the 6 of Cups. So the 6 of Cups in the Deviant Moon Tarot shows this whole Punch and Judy type scene. So the 6 of Cups is a card of nostalgia. The idea, though, behind this one is when we are looking back, we often look back through rose-colored glasses. We're choosing what we want to remember pleasantly and how we reframe our memories. So it's important within this spread to remember that what you're moving from and where you're coming from and the situation you're in right now, there is a tendency to look back nostalgically, not with true vision. Look at everything that's happening in this card. You've got the balance of the angel and the devil happening there. You've got this energy in the crowd that is almost, I mean, it's exciting, but it's almost chaotic. So the tendency to put our rose-colored glasses on when we're looking back and to put on fear goggles when we're looking forward. That's what this card is speaking about. So know that that's the position this reading is talking to you about, okay? Because this is your significator card. This is about you. This is about what you're presently in right now, representing the energy around this. So think about what aspect of your life you are wishing for the past and not having clear vision around what is happening now, or possibly looking back romantically on through rose-colored glasses and what you're refusing to see. Okay, so the next card we're looking at is here to represent your subconscious, okay? And it is the 7 of Wands. The 7 of Wands is a card of swiftness. So things are moving quickly in your undercurrents, okay? So this means a lot of triggering stuff is coming up. For me, when the 7 of Wands shows up in a space about our subconscious, it's talking about reaction, because the 7 of Wands is such a swift card. It's very fiery energy, and it is flavored with survivalism. So the message here is to take time to breathe, take time to examine your reactions. And I would always say, have compassion for your reactions, right? You want to always treat yourself compassionately. We are spiritual beings going through a human experience, and sometimes we can be very, very human, especially when we're triggered. So examine what's happening in the tapes in your head. Examine your reactions. It's okay if you can't always stop them, as long as you look at why that behavior came up. Look at subconsciously what's happening. By shining a light on those places, we can often slow down our reactivity and move forward with a more level-headed space. Okay, so what did I say the next card was? This is a new spread for me, so let me just refresh. So we've gone through significator, we've gone through this. Now we're on to your environment, okay? Notice what's happening around you. You've got another wand card. So there's a lot of fire, both internally and externally. There's a lot of passionate emotions coming up, and that makes sense. It kind of puts into perspective your significator card. The idea that you want to be in a place of romanticism and be in a place of nostalgia, because currently in this moment, your internal place is very fiery and activated, and it appears to you that your environment is fiery and activated. Sixes, they're challenging. They're a challenging card because they're trying to move us into healedness after an upheaval, right? Because fives are about upheaval, sixes are about smoothing. No matter how often you're being activated, what's going on around you is there is support. The Six of Wands talks about the return of a much loved son, daughter, friend to the community. And you can see in this card, if you look quickly, it looks confrontational, but if you take a minute to breathe and examine the artwork in this card, you see that people are celebrating and rallying around the dominant figure there, who is very open. We have 6 arms on this figure. We have this torch. We have success. So the environment around you is actually setting you up for celebratory and successful things. You are in a positive environment. Whatever is activating you is your subconscious. It's not actually your environment that's activating to you. It's your reaction. And that's why it's so important to recognize that the reactivity is coming from you, right? You're in a place of looking backwards instead of looking at what is around you. Okay, so now here's the card for spiritual forces. So this is some of the messaging that's going to come through to help you with this situation. The 9 of Cups. I like 9s in the tarot. To me, the 9s are like the most powerful card within that suit. So cups are about our emotions and our love and our heart center. And the 10s, I always think, are kind of like the epilogue, the end of the story, but the 9s are the most concentrated, other than the aces, card in that suit. So what Spirit has to talk to you about is that part of this is you are manifesting, you are manifesting, you are manifesting. Your deep heart desires this month is about bringing them forward. It's about making them a reality. Just like that genie coming up and out and presenting to the person in this card, what you want and desire is coming to you. Is there work involved? Yes. The work is about chilling your subconscious and reducing the reactivity of that, getting into your journal around that, right? So that you can manifest what you actually desire, not what your subconscious is throwing up in an attempt to protect you. I'm going to say that again. By doing the internal work, you will be able to manifest your actual desire instead of manifesting from your subconscious and the old habits that you created to try to protect you. Okay? We're not going to shame your subconscious. We're going to embrace the reactivity because at one point you needed those patterns to stay safe. Today we can look at them, excavate what's in the garden, and plant something new. Your outcome card, 8 of Cups. One of the most beautiful cards in tarot, if you ask me. I love that this is what's come out for us in this reading is all from the Minor Arcana. The Minor Arcana is a more our plane manifestation, physical, earthy plane cards, right? The High Arcana, those are like very high vibrational. They get into like some pretty interesting psychology and interesting archetypes and kind of heady stuff. This stuff is very practical. The energy within the Minor Arcana is about our day-to-day living and our day-to-day life. And I love that we have this combination this month between all of these cups and all of these wands. So we've got the emotion and the passion. We've got the weeping and the reactivity. We've got this balance, this play back and forth happening to bring you to this beautiful, beautiful outcome card, which talks about the courage to walk away. The lesson in the 8 of Cups is when your hands are clinging to the past, you have no room for the future. And as painful as it might seem, we need to release and let go and let go and let go. Because when we are full, when we are clinging to everything we have, like an emotional hoarder, everything gets cluttered, and then we're just like got so much, and there's no room for new. And even if we did get new, we wouldn't be able to see it for all of that we are clinging to. Release. Let it go. Give it over. Give it up. Put on a shelf. Do a burning ceremony. Throw rocks in the river. However you need to. Let go of what you are clinging to nostalgically. Spirit wants to manifest for you, but you can't manifest what you need and want now in the present as you cling to the past. Okay, that's your May reading. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope this resonates with you. If it doesn't, I don't know what to say. I feel like this was a pretty specific one, so I'm really, really just trusting that it's going to land with those it needs to land with. Yeah, I do have a year ahead spread. You can check that out and see how that resonates with you and how that fits in. I do my best to drop a reading every single month for you. I also have High Arcana lessons here on this channel. I have a podcast where I am doing things, and I am a Patreon supported creator. So I do have a link to my website, my Patreon. You can sign up for my newsletter. You can do all the things. And hey, if you're still here with me, why not hit the subscribe button? Because this is the end of the video and you haven't scrolled away. So get more of this in your feed, okay? All right. Have a great day. Take care, babies.